check out the wonderfully moist treat we're bringing you today. Asturian Borrachinos, some huevos tontos, sweets made with super simple ingredients, and a result that's really worth it. A recipe for using up leftovers that you're definitely going to make at home because it turns out spectacular. Did you ask me for a classic dessert from my homeland?
Well, I'm gonna take it up a notch and make it using upscale bread. I'm gonna turn this into a dessert that's truly wonderful. Asturian Borrachinos, a kind of sweet huevos tontos that are truly wonderful. You'll see how easy and quick you can have them ready on your table. I'm Viti. This is La Cocina de la Abuela. Stay until the end because there will be some tips.
First step, ingredient, 300 milliliters of sweet wine. And if you don't have it, white wine will also work. Pour it into a saucepan. Then prepare another 300 milliliters of water and add them to the saucepan along with the wine. There you go. With this, we're going to make an amazing syrup. The sweetness will come from 150 grams of sugar. You can also use brown sugar or panela. Add it in there and grab a little fruit, a lemon. But you only need the peel. So, with a potato peeler like this, you can get the peel off in no time without any of the white part added in as well to give the mixture some aroma. And you also add a cinnamon stick. Then you put it on the stove. Give it a good stir so the sugar dissolves and cook it for 10 minutes on low heat.
The first tip is coming up soon. Do you have the syrup? Well, cover it and let it rest for 15 minutes so the flavor gets more intense and it turns out way better. There you go.
After the time has passed, we remove it from the heat and, as I said, let it rest for 15 minutes well covered. Let's move on to the next essential ingredient. Bread. 120 grams of bread, stale bread from the day before. We break it into small pieces so it crumbles more easily.
Second little trick, the bread. I'm going to put the bread through a food processor, which will make some spectacular crumbs. If you don't have a food processor or you're in a hurry, just break it into small pieces and then mash it with a fork. It won't be the same, but it'll still be good.
With your food processor, you'll have this bread nicely crumbled in a matter of seconds. Once you have it, pour it here into a little bowl and set it aside. Let's move on to the eggs. We need 3 large eggs. Third little trick. It has to do with the eggs. Separate the whites from the yolks.
This way your mixture will turn out much fluffier, much more spectacular, and the result will be so much better, and it doesn't even take you 20 seconds. Let's do it.
We separate our yolks from the whites. Here we go, using this little gadget that our friend Heisel gave me. This works great. See? You put it in there, the white drains out from the bottom, and you're left with the whole yolk. Perfect! We'll have them ready in no time. Now we start working with the egg whites. What we do is whip them up. We want the egg whites whipped up until stiff peaks form, which will give our borrachinos a nice fluffiness. Spectacular. Super easy. There you have it, just like that. And now we move on to the yolks. We break them. And we beat them a little until you get a creamy mixture. You don't need to beat them too much. They don't need to change color. Just a little. Alright, as soon as you have them, add them to the egg whites that you have already whipped up. And then, using gentle folding motions, you start combining the two mixtures into one fantastic yellow cream. Like this one you see here. See? Makes you want to dig right in. Wow, it turns out amazing.
Next tip. Incorporate the crumbs little by little in 2 or 3 batches, because that way you'll see how thick your mixture is getting. You don't want to add too many crumbs and end up with a dense lump. We need it to be thick, but at the same time creamy. Creamy, but manageable. You know, somewhere in between.
Okay, see. So let's add our breadcrumbs to our egg mixture and also incorporate them with gentle folding motions from the outside in, like this. And we'll get a super creamy yet manageable dough, which is what will make our borrachinos perfect. So, they turn out fluffy and soak up our syrup while adding the crumbs in 3 or 4 batches is fine. Soon you'll have a mixture like this. And that's when you stop adding crumbs. You're done. See? Just like this. Easy to handle. And now you make small balls out of the mixture. See? Like this. Well, not small because I make them big. Although, traditionally, they were made smaller. But in my house we do everything big. I'm going to place them on a wooden board while I wait to fry them. In no time, we'll have the mixture for our borrachinos nicely portioned out. There they are. Perfect!
Next little tip, it has to do with the oil. And don't let the temperature get too high. If it's too hot, they'll burn. And if you leave it not hot enough, they'll fall. So, medium heat, take it easy, and we'll see how we cook these wonders on both sides.
Alright then, let's fry them in oil over medium heat. So it's bubbling, but nothing burns. You can use olive oil or sunflower oil, whichever you prefer. We leave them for a few seconds or so, and then we flip them over. We want them to cook all over. There you go! A few more seconds, and they'll be nicely fried. As soon as they're nice and golden, what you're going to do is take them out one by one and place them on paper towels. So they lose the excess oil, the excess fat. It couldn't be easier.
Don't go yet. There's still more, and I'm sure there's still a trick or two left. But since you've made it this far, I'll take these few seconds to ask you to subscribe. We want to reach 1 million subscribers, and with your help, we'll make it. And give me a super like. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free. Thumbs up. Also, if you want to be notified every time I upload videos and not depend on the algorithm, activate the bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll be notified when I upload a video, at least 2 a week. Thanks in advance.
So we're finishing up the process. What we have to do is remove the oil from the pan and put our future borrachinos back in. There we go. They take up all the space. And once you have it ready, do you remember that syrup you have covered over there? Well, add it in. There you go. In it goes. Pure sweetness. Wonderful. Beautiful. That's what really makes the dish. We put it back on the heat and let it cook on low for 30 minutes. No more, no less. From time to time, take the opportunity to turn the borrachinos over so they soak up this wonderful wine syrup all over and turn out much juicier. See? Keep turning them like this. Little by little. You'll have it ready in no time. This recipe is almost done. Minando.
They say you can eat this dessert warm, but I've never tried it that way, and without meaning to, I just made a rhyme. So the best thing, and what I recommend, is to let it cool down even overnight. They're even better that way.
Well then, after half an hour, take them off the heat and let them cool down in the syrup. Then put them on a little plate. Just look! See? They look amazing! And they're wonderful when cold. That's it! Let's eat! Here you have your Asturian Borrachinos, your sweet huevos tontos, all prepared. The recipe is simple. The ingredients are cheap and make use of leftovers. And the result is right there. Super juicy, full of flavor, a real wonder. Reese! Who can top it?
Well, there you have them. With almost nothing, we've made an amazing dessert. I've already eaten one, and I'm going for the next.
Good. It was a pleasure.
With that syrup that has soaked inside it, very easy to prepare. I love this dish. You have to make it at home. It's a spectacular dessert. The ingredients are in the text box throughout the video and somewhere around there, wherever I can fit them in. And that's it. Thanks for coming. Love you all. I got 2, 4, 6, 8 in total, super big ones. I think I could have made 12 if I had made them a normal size. But here, nothing is normal, my friend.
And what's that sound?
The washing machine. Whatever is banging around inside, I hope it's a €2 coin. because sometimes it can be. Well, I'm here, so if there are €2 in there, they're mine.
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno d'intorno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, ma ci s'è tuo dolcino d'amor.